Hello everyone and welcome back to Staxel. Hello Con, how are you doing? The trip back was a bit insane. So it took us probably like 5.5 hours to get there, but coming back took us like 7.5 hours because there was a semi that caught on fire, and so for like a couple miles they had all the traffic backed up and they had to funnel it into one lane. So that was bad. We got stuck there for like ever. And then we hit a whiteout, a couple of them. So that was fun. And then we hit rain and hail. It was crazy coming back. And then we stopped for dinner, like an early dinner, because my blood sugar dropped so bad and like I was starting to get a migraine. So yeah, we ended up stopping, but it was really good food. First and foremost, the little jar that I got, it has this like pearlescent like shimmer powder in it, and you roll for initiative. So there's a D20 inside, and you shake the vial, you turn it upside down, and it'll show kind of like one of those magic 8 balls, but it'll show the number on the bottom when you shake it. So now it's like my new fidget toy, and I'm obsessed with it. I have 2 sets of dice for Rosmila. So my initial dice that I showed you, the metal ones, or the hollow ones, didn't fit in the case that I bought. So I wanted to buy another set, but this one, it's funny, everything fits but the D4. If you take the D4 out, it fits just fine. But the D4 is like big and pointy. But these ones are metal too, but they have roses. And if you actually shine a black light on them, they glow. So that's really cool. I really love those. My dice tower, I sat there messing with it last night. But yeah, the case that I bought, I was really sad it didn't fit the metal ones, but the metal ones are oversized. And then it like almost fits. There's like a tiny little sliver of it that won't close because of that D4. But the rest of it still fits. And then these metal dice, I'm so in love with them. So these ones, the first, one of the first, like, dice stalls that I stopped at, they had a bunch of dice, and later on I found out they had these ones too, the exact same ones. I bought them at one booth for $30. I know, I was like, I'm not going to spend money on dice, and then, like, $30 later. But they were selling them for $60 at the other booth. I'm like, oh my gosh! So yeah, I have these. I want to so bad. Right now it's like a tan color, but like I don't trust myself to be able to like do it justice. That's the only thing. I want to paint it, I'm just scared to. But wait until you hear these dice. The dragon metal ones. Listen to this. These sound like chimes. I am absolutely obsessed with them. I literally just take them out just to sit them and roll them in my hands. Doesn't it sound so pretty? I love them. And like I said, these ones are oversized, but you can really see the dragons on them, which honestly, like, come on, that was just so fitting. So now I have like my dragon dice, and then I have my rose dice, and I'm like, okay, so 2 sides of Rosmila, but yeah, these hollow metal ones, and it's not aluminum, they're heavier than that, because they don't, like, they're sturdy. Like, I've sat there and like rolled them around, and yeah, the sound is just amazing. I literally just sit here and play with them. I'm like, oh my gosh, they sound like chimes. That delicate little jingle, I freaking love them. And I saw them initially, and I was just like, oh, like, those are kind of cool. But then, like, once I, like, picked them up and started messing with them, I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. They had 3 different kinds. There was, oh gosh, I can't remember the other one. But the other one that I remember had, like, a little Cthulhu on it. I was like, I don't want a Cthulhu. But also, given her backstory, I feel like the shining silver metal with the gold numbers, I feel like that's also fitting. But yeah, dragons! Sorry, this is my new fidget toy. You should hear the metal ones are heavy. Like, these ones are hollow, so they're very, very light actually, and like when you roll it down the tower, it's like hardly anything to just roll it down the tower. But the metal ones, here, let me at least grab the D20. And these, like, the size difference, the metal one, the solid metal ones look smaller. Hello! You get to hear the dice too. Okay, so holding them in my hands, big difference. Okay, if you can hear this is the hollow one. It's not a good roll. But okay, so that's the hollow one. This is the metal one. Like, oh! Hot dang! Nat 20. But yeah, the metal ones are so heavy. I'm like afraid to roll them through the dice tower just because I don't want to break the tower. But I have a feeling I'm going to do a lot more physical rolls. Audio, did you actually hear the jingling of the hollow dice? I think you missed it. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Just so you don't miss it. Sorry, twist my arm. I'll do it again. I've been playing with them. Okay, that was just rolling it through the dice tower. This is the sound. I'm obsessed. Like, honestly, this is probably my favorite thing that I bought at the convention. I freaking love these dice. Okay, percentile, that one. I like try to put them in the order that I might use them. That way I'm not like having to dig out all the dice. D4 is the most inconvenient shaped die. Just so that everybody knows. That's what threw everything off. So now I'm becoming a dice gremlin because I have 4 sets of dice and my initiative roller. But it's so cool. It's like pearlescent. It's so pretty. I keep seeing these on the internet and I wanted one so bad, and I found somebody who was selling it. I was like, oh, yes. I almost got a purple one, but the pearl actually, so it's white, but it has a purple that kind of shifts to a bit of a green. Yeah, no, like the D4, it's driving me slightly insane because that's the only reason I can't shut this case. And I don't want to leave out the D4 because it's like, yeah, it's part of the set and it's going to drive my OCD nuts. But shuts perfectly and completely fine without the D4. The D4 is just... And then the guy who I bought these dice from, because I bought all these different vendors, but the guy who I bought the metal ones from, he was just like... He had a slightly smaller set and he had me try it and he goes, oh, well, it looks like it's just all built for a D20 because they are the same shape as a D20. But he's like, I don't think you're meant to put any other dice in there. It's just a D20. I was like, then what's the point of having a case for your dice if you can't fit the rest of them? But then when I put these metal ones in there, they all fit. Like, I mean, obviously they're not identically shaped, but they all fit except for the D4. Like, everything's great except for that one. That's the reason it won't close. But yeah, I have that. I bought so much stuff while I was gone. I bought a couple games. The bag of holding! I had to buy it and I had to show you guys. Aw, Audio, you're so sweet. Thank you. I bought a feather pen because I'm extra. And it's like, you can actually refill the ink cartridge. So, it's like a calligraphy tip pen. So yeah, there's that. I might as well like start the game because I'm just sitting here talking about like all the stuff that I bought. Oh, okay, alright. Okay, I'll take a picture. It's super extra, but you know what? I had a good time. Okay. I will post it... I'll post it in my D&D section. Let me take a picture. Whoa, what the heck happened to my camera lens? There we go. You can just see my purple bathrobe in the background. There you go, that's my feather pen. I went with gray because they had like blue, red, but they were like very bright colors. I was like, no, I want something more muted. And it's got these like ink cartridges. But yeah, I totally bought a feather pen because like I said, I'm extra. I actually do have one from when I visited London. I have a feather pen from the Tower of London, but I didn't want to use it. I don't want to open it. Just because it's like an actual raven feather. I'm like, but it's so cool. I just want to keep that one nice. So I bought this one because it was relatively inexpensive. I bought Studio Ghibli artwork. There's one that I got, this print, and it has Totoro sitting in a library with like a fire, but Calcifer is the fire. And there's soot sprites, there's the cat bus, there's a picture of Kiki, Gigi's in there, Heen is in there. It's so cute. And then I got one that's just, it's Turnip Head, like with the mountains as a background. And I'm like, I love Turnip Head. He's so cool. And that guy was really awesome. I think I was actually his first sale of the convention. So he was actually really cool. And then the whole problem with the voice actors. Audio, I hope you know I care for you. Because I spent quite a bit of money and 2.5 hours waiting to get you things signed from Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield, and Chris Redfield. 2.5 hours of standing there. That was a labor of love. I hope you know. I didn't get an Astarian signature because I was too tired after standing in line for the first day. But I did it for you. I did it for you. And I sincerely hope that you enjoy them. I will have to find some way of getting them to you. Okay, so there's a bit of a story with all of them. There's... Oh, was that the... Oh. I didn't realize I built it so close to this. But yes, there's a bit of a story between some of them. And I sincerely hope you don't mind what ended up happening. Because, honestly, with Chris, the coolest picture that he had was from Resi 3. Which, I mean, there were some from the other games. But, like, I felt like the coolest one was the one from Resi 3. So, I got you his signature on a poster from Resi 3 that has Carlos on the front of it. And he's the same voice actor for that character. So when I went up to him, I was like, hi, you know. And it was funny because everyone else was like, oh my gosh. And I'm just over like, hi. So I walked up and I'm like, hi. I was like, I know this is from 3, but could I get you to sign it as Chris? And so we kept talking for a minute. And he was like, oh, hello. That's not what he said. But he came up and he's like, oh yeah, I know, that's cool. We're talking. And then he goes to sign it and he pauses right before he signs it. Where the frick is my house? But yeah, he goes to sign it. Wait, what? Oh, this is the wrong one. I was like, wait, what's going on? I got confused. Yeah, no, this wrong place. I was like, wait, that's not what I did. Okay, anyhow. So he goes to sign, he pauses, like, marker right before he touches it, and he goes, did you mean Carlos? And I was like, no. I was like, I said, you know, I know that it's from 3, but can I get you to sign it as Chris? He's like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, that's totally fine. I just didn't want to mess it up. He's like, you never know. And he was so sweet. So I was like, okay, thank you. Like, feeling like the weirdo. Because I'm like, I know it's not the same one. But, like, if you could just please. So I got him to sign that. And then, actually, I think I went to Leon first. So Leon was first. He is a super chill dude. Like, just FYI. He was, everyone like legit was freaking out when they were meeting Leon. And I'm just like, hello. I'm like, sorry. Like, I'm a fan, but not like a super fan. Like, I'm not gonna freak out on you. So he signed audio. I don't want to like give it away. I don't want to give it away what it is, but like it's gonna be a long time before you see it because I have to figure out a way to get it to you. So I'm just gonna tell you right here and now. Our original copy of Resi 4 on the Wii, I had permission to take it, and I had him sign it. Not the case, I actually pulled out the paper and had him sign the paper. And we got to talk for a bit. He's so nice, shook my hand and everything. But I explained it to him and he goes, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And he's like, you know, I'm glad to see, you know, you have some memories with this. And I was like, that was the first game that I ever remember, like, really, like, one of the first games that I really remember watching somebody play. And I was like, it was a Let's Play before YouTube was a thing. So I got him to sign it and I have it here. It's in my library. If you want, I can take a picture for you and send it to you so you could just, like, see it. But, yeah, he was, like, super nice. And that one was really cool. Hubs had something signed by him, too, so we were both waiting in line together. I waited for Chris by myself, and then Claire. Okay, so Claire is where things get interesting. Her line was not that long, but she likes to talk. So I was sitting there, I waited in her line for probably about an hour and a half. Just like standing there, just waiting. And so finally, I'm like, my back is killing me. Hubs even came over to the line a couple times just to like, how you doing? You doing okay? I'm like, yeah. And so I finally get up to her line. And like, at this point, I can't remember what game she's from, really. I'm having issues. And I'm just like, and my blood sugar got so low, but I was like, no, I am determined. So I go over there and I'm talking to her, and she's like, I'm so sorry it took so long. And she had injured her finger, so she couldn't shake anybody's hands, but she was like doing fist bumps. I was like, oh, like, no, that's fine. And she's like, do you want to know the story of what happened? And I was like, sure. Like, I mean, when is this going to come around? So she looks at me, she goes, so I'm in the airport and I'm reaching into my bag, and she's like, something like sharp, like she felt something kind of like poke her, and she picked her hand up out of her bag, and there was like blood pouring down her hand. And she was like, oh my gosh. So she starts freaking out, and she's like running through the airport. Like, her hand is just pouring blood. And she had a razor, like a shaving razor, in her bag and didn't have anything on it, and accidentally sliced her finger open. So she was like, could you imagine just a woman like running through the airport freaking out with blood pouring down her hand? But yeah, so I get up to her and we're having this conversation, and I'm just like, oh yeah. And so I go and I set the picture on the table. I put both of my hands on it, like touching it with my fingertips, and I just kind of slide it towards her. And she goes, okay, so what are we doing here? And I told her, I was like, oh, you know, like whatever you think is like your you know, your signature. And she's like, oh, okay. And so this is where it gets personal. So I'm just like wanting to get in and out of this line. But she looks up and she sees my wedding ring. And she's like, okay, this is going to be completely off topic, but, and this goes no further than us. But she was like, I just recently got engaged and I haven't made an announcement yet. But where did you get your, because I have my ring, my centerpiece ring, and then I have a band guard. And she goes, did you have to get that at the same place, or can you, like, did you get it at a separate place? And I told her, I was like, okay, well, I was like, I got mine at the same place, but, you know, it's not a set. I actually went and just looked at all of them, found which one I liked, which one had, like, a similar diamond shape, you know. And so we're sitting there talking about my wedding ring. And we talked for like 10 minutes, just like discussing my wedding ring. And she's like, oh, you know, I love how it has that like slight bend to it. And I was like, oh yeah. And so I kind of lift my hand flat so she can see it like across my finger. And I was like, there's a little heart right there. And that's the reason we got the bent one, because we didn't want it to hit the heart. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. And then I told her the story of like the actual ring and how I got that and that whole thing. And so when we finally got refocused back to the signature part, she was just like, okay, so, you know, like, what do you want? I was like, well, you know, if you could sign it as Claire, and then like your name underneath it. And she goes, okay, do you want like a heart or anything? I was like, you know, whatever you think's best. And she's like, you have a heart on your finger, so I'm gonna give you a little heart. So she put a little heart on the signature. It was really cute. Like, she was so nice. And it's like, I felt bad because I'm like, I'm not a super fan. It felt odd being just like a casual fan, like getting her autograph and everything. But the funniest part was my blood sugar was so low that my hand was shaking. And so she actually like grabbed my hand to look at my ring, and like my hand's shaking. And I just like, I wanted to tell her like, I'm not a crazy fan. I'm not shaking because I'm nervous. It's low blood sugar. But I felt like that was slightly insulting to her, so I just left it. But, yeah. Yeah, so that's my story of meeting Claire Redfield. And then, while I was waiting in line for her, some fan actually came up and was playing the violin for Leon. It was actually really cool. I took a video of it, and I think I posted it on the Discord. But yeah, no, some dude playing the violin for Leon. And he got super hyped. Like, Leon got super hyped. He was actually, like recording it and everything. He's like, that's so awesome! I think it's been a long time since I've heard the older games, but I think it might actually be music from the games that the guy learned. So, yeah, they're all really, really nice. And then, also, while I was waiting for Claire, yeah, Chris was sitting there cooing at a baby. They're all such wonderful and lovely people. Honestly, it was great to have the experience just to, like, be able to say, like, oh, yeah, I met him, and I met them, and, like, her photo ops were, like, super in-depth. She was okay, like, what do you want me this way? Do you want me this way? Like, man, she was super into it. And then, super cute story that I got to hear. So while I was waiting for her, like, randomly she was just like, oh, I'm gonna hop over here for a photo real quick. And I was like, what's going on? So I look over, and at Leon's booth, there was a Leon and Claire, like, cosplayer. Two cosplayers, one for Leon, one for Claire. And they were telling the actors, they're like, oh yeah, we met at a convention doing cosplay as Leon and Claire Redfield. And so that's literally how they met, and now they're married. And so they got a picture with Leon and Claire's voice actors. Like, and they were in their costumes. It was so cute. Aw, look at that. And Leon, it was funny, he came over and, like, grabbed her, and he was just like, oh, did you hear their story? And he's, like, sitting there telling her, and they both get all excited. It was really nice, because they are very genuine people. Like, none of it felt fake or forced. Like, they were always smiling, and it felt like they were actually genuinely just happy to be there. And then my husband met Lady D from, what is she from, Village? So he got to meet her. He waited in line a long time. Not as long as I was in line for Jill, but, not Jill. I think, no. Jill was the other lady for, Claire. But he said that she was, like, she took a long time to talk to, like, each fan. Like, no matter what they were having signed, no matter what, like, she was actually, like, sitting there, like, having, like, at-length conversations with these people. And he was like, as a fan, it was cool. As somebody waiting in line, it sucked. But, yeah, she was, like, super, super nice, too. And then it was funny, like, everyone else had, like, normal lines. Like, probably about 10 feet long, like, was the waiting area. Not even, yeah, about 10 feet. 10 feet long was, like, the waiting area. Astarion! His line wrapped around. It was like playing Snake. It literally just wrapped around several times. His line was, like I said, probably about 5 hours deep, because he was also stopping and talking to everyone and getting pictures, and then every now and then one could assume he was, like, saying a line or something as Astarion, because people would break out in random cheering. So the rest of us who were waiting for, like, the other actors just, like, would look over at the Astarion line, and everyone's just losing their ever-loving mind. It's like, oh boy! Like, that's crazy. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience. And it's funny, because like, that part actually took up a majority of the time I was there, but the game part, like, actually going and, like, finding the retro consoles and stuff, it was fun, but at the same time, like, the convention itself, the people running it, royally screwed up. So VIP was supposed to have access to the vendor floor, because you pay for VIP, and you're supposed to get in an hour early. So the whole thing opened at 1, and the VIPs were supposed to have access to the vendor floor at noon. We get there at like 11:15, 11:30, and the line is like all the way along the side of the building. And we're like, what is going on? Like, they should already be having VIPs lined up, like, ready to go in. And they, like, so Hubs asked, because one of the guys said, oh no, like, the VIP line's over here. Like, they hadn't even started letting people in yet. So Hubs is like, no, this isn't right. So he goes and talks to another person, and they're like, oh yeah, we pushed entry back to noon. And he's like, so you expect us to cut into our hour? Because we still had to get through security at that point, and then we had to get our badges, and, like, we had to do everything still. And they're like, oh, yeah, sorry. Pretty much sucks to suck. So, we were all pissed off. We waited. And waited and waited and waited. And finally, we get in, we get our badges, and we literally had 15 minutes of floor time before they let in general admission. And when we were doing the security lines, so the logical thing to do would be, oh, okay, we have all these VIP people. They were supposed to have access like a long time ago. So we're going to open all the lines, force the VIP people through first, and then we'll work on general admission once VIP is done. No, they had 2 lines for general admission going through security, 1 line for VIPs, and they were going so slow. So yeah, the pretty much the whole first day was just like ruined because they didn't let us in, and we literally spent, the tickets doubled in price from last year. Last year it was like $200 for the both of us, for both of our VIP tickets. This year it was like $400. And we spent all that money because last year the convention was pretty good, and this year it was supposed to be bigger. They were supposed to be like dividing up the sections better so that you didn't like, the artists were supposed to be in one section, the like game sellers were supposed to be in another section, the voice actors were supposed to be in another section, and it was supposed to be like 50% larger. Yeah, no, they mixed everyone together. It hardly felt bigger than it did last year. Yeah, we were pissed. And then when we were waiting in line, it was raining in Phoenix, and it was cold. So it's cold and raining, and we're all waiting in line, and the poor people in front of Hubs and I, which surprisingly I can make friends very easily when I want to. We got, like, Hubs and I were talking, and this guy kind of turned around and asked us a question. So then we just chatted with that guy for like an hour. But he and his wife, this was they love to go to gaming conventions and stuff. And they went, this was their first one in Phoenix. This was the first time they had ever paid for VIP tickets. And like, so Hubs and I were just pissed because I'm like, these people have ruined this experience for them because it was supposed to be way better. And like, Hubs and I were mad for these people because I'm like, that's so sad. Like, this is the first time they ever spent the money on VIP tickets. They flew all the way here from back east to go to this convention, and literally the people running it just ruined it for them. Alex, I see that. Thank you for the boop. Sorry, I was just like going on, but like that part was just rough because like if you're going to have VIP tickets and you're going to make it like this special thing, like keep with that. Don't ruin it just because, you know, and we never even got a reason as to why they postponed entry. They just decided to move it back. And I'm like, do you not realize how much more money we spent on these tickets because we wanted that full hour? So yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. And I was like, I really hope that a lot of the VIPs actually complain because, and it's not being a Karen or anything. Like, this was legit, like, they ruined the experience for some people. So, yeah, that part wasn't great. But I did buy a lot of stuff for D&D. I did have a good time. But, yeah, I was very upset about that. Because I'm like, you know, and for us, like, it was a long drive. Like, we actually are considering not even going back next year. And then the parking garage, that was another thing. So Friday, the parking fee was $20. So we come back the next day at the parking garage, and for the event price, it was $40. I'm like, I have spent $60 on parking. We had planned on going back Sunday as well, but I was like, I'm not spending another $40 on parking. Like, not going to happen. Yeah, it was incredibly frustrating. And like, once they let in general admission, because I mean, the VIP tickets were expensive. So, like, honestly, the way to go would have just been general admission if they were going to do that to us. But it would have been much better and less expensive. But, so general admission has probably about 4 times the people that, you know, VIP does. It was not an altogether pleasant experience. I forgot to put a little lantern here. I wish they had done better, but like I said, I still had fun. It wasn't like a horrible time. Oh, I forgot I actually had a spot for those. Yeah, just that part. And it's so funny. Hubs is normally the one who flies off the handle at everything. Like, I'm normally the level-headed, calm one, and he's normally the one who gets all pissed off. And, oh no, I was raging in the line. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, come on. Like, not so channel appropriate language came out of my mouth. But you know, Hubs is cool as a cucumber, just like, well, you know, let's just see what happens. I'm like, the one time you're calm. Like, the one time you're calm and I'm the one acting like a psycho. That was weird. I was like, I'm not used to him being calm. Like, normally I'm the calm one. I think I was more mad for the other people, though. Like, that's what really made me mad. I was mad for us, but then when they started talking, I was like, oh, I'm like, really? Like, these people have ruined, like, their experience has been ruined. Let's just see. Jeez. Yeah, no, event parking is just absolutely ridiculous. And the crappy thing is you can see the sign that we had passed the day before, like right at the beginning, and the day before, you know, the normal sign was 20. They had literally like taped a piece of paper over the 2 and wrote a 4 on it. Event price is $40. I'm like, that's BS. That is hot buttery BS, to quote my friend JD. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And I'm like, the event was going on yesterday, but then, you know, the weekend pricing and stuff, like, I'm like, this is messed up. So I'm not happy. Leaf. Take a leaf. Yes, I'm giving you the leaf. Please accept it. How high does my friendship have to be with you? Ugh. My friendship needs to be higher because I need the shipping catalog. Right now we just have post office boxes. Wait. Yes. Shipping catalog? Is this the right thing? Can I buy the things now? Did I do it? Did I accomplish? Okay. That's what we're going to do next time. Because Phoenix has autonomous vehicles that you can just, like, hire, and they don't have drivers. It's really crazy. And I was like, you know what? I was like, maybe next time we should just take we should just take one of the autonomous vehicles. Honestly, then we don't have to pay for parking. It would have been so nice. Alex, I know everyone's probably tired of it, but did you get to hear my dice? I'm in love with them. They are beautiful. I keep playing with them. Like, honestly, they are my fidget toy now. I love them. I love them so much. Just the sound of it, I'm like, it's so pretty. I could literally just sit there and, like, mess with them. This is literally just my obsession now. It's funny, Hubs plays with them too. The dice, I'm just like, yo. Ah, yes. See, we actually stayed with his grandfather because grandfather gets super excited every time somebody stays with him. So yeah, we stayed on his the bed. Okay, so everybody knows how much I complained about that bed. Yes, everybody heard. The thing is though, so we get home from going to lunch, and we see this like foam thing in the garage, and we're just like, what's that? And he goes, oh, that's a mattress topper. Anne didn't like it when she stayed here. She said it was too soft, so I took it off. And I'm like, mother trucker. I'm like, no. I'm like, she had you take it off? And at that point, I'm like, internal screaming. I'm like, no. Like, how dare... Alex, I don't know if the sound alerts are working. I thought they were, but they might not be working right now. They were working last time. Twitch, if I could spell. Like, I thought that they were working, because last time I went in and had to try... what is it? Is it channel points? No. It's the... It's in one of these tabs. Extensions? Yes, extensions. Where are my extensions? Sound alerts. Authorize. I am me. Why is it there? I was like, it's not even letting me log on. Wait, what? Your sound alerts browser source is offline. Okay. Over to OBS. Alerts. Control B. Okay. It should be working now. Dashboard. My alerts. There we go.
Hello there.
Ah! It works! Well, we got a hello there. It's like, that's not the one I was looking for. Why is the jump scare not working? Oh, nope, there it goes. I was like, why is it not working? Okay, so, it's back up. Who's texting me? My mother. Jeez. But yeah. So it was an interesting experience. But honestly, I don't know if I'm willing to spend the money again if that's how it's gonna be. Okay, I'm just gonna take a picture of this. I wasn't expecting that many of them to go off at the same time. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, so that's what happened. Another funny thing, Hubs' family is obsessed with my hair. You almost got me, Con. You almost got me. But yeah, Hubs' family is absolutely obsessed with my hair. Because it was super high humidity. And my hair, when it gets humid, turns into a massive, just like all the curl. It curls up like Shirley Temple. So everyone, oh my gosh, your hair looks so beautiful. I'm like, thank you. Like, everyone just like kept mentioning just how much they like loved my hair. So yeah, that was interesting. And then it was really nice because with high humidity, like I said, it curled up quite a bit. And now not so much. I got home and it's just like, eh. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm ordering a hydrangea just for myself because I like it. Expedite that shipping. But it's just really funny, like how much they all just loved it. I'm like, because they all have like pretty straight hair. So yeah, just having all of his family just like coming up, oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty. I'm like, thank you. Like, it's awkward, but thank you. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. And I'm so glad that I could get this thing done, because I think this will actually finish off the museum. But yeah, super, super curly hair. Like, yeah, it's a thing. Oh, I can order the small windows! Oh, yes. I've been waiting. Oh, that's lovely. Everything's like 2 and not 1. Okay, well. Okay, where is that? It's like next to it. I did not put it in the corner. Okay, let's break it. And it was funny and kind of awkward because his family absolutely adores me. So we got a lot of the, she's the best thing that ever happened to you. She's the keeper. His grandfather, I talk to his grandfather more than he does. So we're just sitting there, and at one point we were eating pizza, and his family's a bit different than mine. They're slightly more like well-to-do, and so just like sitting down and eating pizza with some of them is like, it's not something that really like happens. I don't know why I just wanted to be up here. I want to be tall. But yeah, his grandfather was like, just go get pizza and we'll sit and eat pizza and watch a movie. So we were eating pizza, watching Battleship? It was either Battleship or Clash of the Titans. We watched both of those movies, but I'm not sure which one happened when. But it was so funny. And yeah, they're an interesting bunch, but I had a good time. Okay, I believe that means it's Benito? Yes? Yes. Ah! Tier 2 is not done. Okay, 5 fossils, 2 paintings. Paintings. 5? Yeah. I'm not taking a picture of that. I'm gonna get more stuff. They just want my money. Oh my gosh, I'm out of money. Time to go hunt bugs, because I'm out of money. Darn expedited shipping. I was hoping just to get it done. But no. How do I put fossils in there? I need to go find Vorlin. Vorlin! Ooh. Queen. Yas, queen. Vorlin, I need you. Because I'm pretty sure you have something I need. Vorlin! Fantastic! Magnificent! A true marvel! In case it was not apparent, these are my impressions upon seeing our new museum. I cannot adequately express my thanks. First you restore me to humanoid form, then you erect a museum in my honor. Not your honor, but... I am humbled, truly. For this service, please take this. That right there is an unpolished fossil. You might find them if you break rocks laying around the island. Ah, the polisher! Yes, 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 yes. I love how I just start skipping the dialogue. I'm like, ah, no, that's the machine I needed. So, essentially, you... like, once you get all these fossils, you polish them, and then you can put them in the museum. I was waiting for that machine. So now we can actually get to level 2 by having the fossils done. Yeah, so that. Oh look, I made tiny bits of money. But yeah, overall, good experience. I also vacation's long. It's nice to be on vacation for a while, but I was ready to come home. Like, I missed my dogs, I missed my bed. The bed, I will always miss that bed. But yeah. Glad to be home now. And I think that's something that people, like, don't understand sometimes. Is like, yes, I was on vacation, but man, was vacation tiring. So this game is like Minecraft and Stardew had a baby. It's like there's a little bit of farm. I don't have any crops right now because I've been too busy trying to make the museum. But you can plant crops. There's villagers. Essentially, like after you kind of get things going, you'll have these villagers that have special requests. This guy, Vorlin, wanted a whole museum. And I thought the houses were just like a pain, but no, this guy wanted a whole museum. Ah, jeez, hi, Vorlin. It freaking scared me. Okay. But yeah, you kind of build in this little town. It's block-based, so if you're used to building in Minecraft, it's kind of sort of similar. Okay, I need small windows. Small. I don't know what, because it's a window, but it's not. What is that? Oh, I don't know. It's a ranch window, but it's like a single cell. It's small. Oop. I don't know where to find it. I don't know, like, what I'm typing in wrong. Because it's a window. If I was a window... Apparently I haven't unlocked that window yet, which is stupid. Okay, well, those are just going to be open, and if there's water damage to the museum, it's not my fault, because I literally cannot buy it. I just grabbed a ton of fossils. Oops. Okay, we have Stegosaurus upper. Terra left wing. Mammoth. Oh gosh. This is the fun part. Trying to line up all the stupid fossils is it's a bit of a pain. So, yeah, while the other fossils are processing, we're just gonna go collect some bugs because I need money. Oh, yeah, the cow has hair, which greatly disturbs me. I don't like it. That's the one thing. I don't like the design of the animals. The cat looks psychotic. Not gonna lie, cat looks creepy. What is the cat's name? Loki, I think? I have several different playthroughs of this, so sometimes I get the animals like a bit confused. Wow, what is with all the queen bees? I don't sell them because they're useful, but gosh dang, there's too many. Oh, and then, of course, while I'm at the convention, I'm sitting there just thinking about D&D, coming up with all these scenarios, and then I tell Audio, and then Audio gets this, like, wicked little hee-hee-hee, and then I'm just like, what? What's happening? I'm like, what are you doing now? And I keep giving her ideas. But I'm not allowed to know what those ideas are, just that I've given her ideas. I'm like, quit, please? Please quit. Please stop making me fear for my life. Okay, the problem is, I tell her sweet things, like, oh, there's like this bit of backstory that could be like a really like sweet connection sort of thing, and then all of a sudden evil laughter. I'm like, what are you doing to me? I feel like telling your DM things like this is the epitome of anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And I'm like, I should just shut up. I should just stop telling her things, because now I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm just like, it makes me scared telling her things. But it was such a cute idea. I'm like, I think that would be really nice. And that way, I need one bright spot in my character's backstory. You know, I feel the same. I think my brain's just kind of like tuned it out. I really hate that animation, but I just like, I've just stopped paying attention to it. To me, it doesn't, the hand doesn't exist. The hand can't hurt me. I'm like, I wonder if there's, no, it's not gonna be there. Options, field of view. I don't want to put it in third person. Well, that just literally made me see through. Now I'm just ghost. No, because I don't want to toggle third person. I don't think there's a way to like toggle that off unless I'm in like third person, but third person gets a little wonky too. Like I said, I think I've just learned to like not look at it anymore, because honestly it did freak me out for a while and just like, ugh. It gave me the ick, but I'm just kind of used to it. Gosh, speaking of energy drinks, yesterday I was falling asleep like hardcore in the car, and I don't sleep in cars, but man, like my eyes were so heavy, but I was trying to stay awake because, you know, we're driving through a snowstorm. And poor Hubs, when we finally got to stop, he bought a 5-hour energy, and I'm like, if I drank that, I would have heart palpitations. Like, I'm pretty sure my heart might explode. That would be such a bad idea. But yeah, no, he like just like slammed it. I was like, oh. And then after a while, his hand, like, he started like drumming on the steering wheel. I'm like, what are you, like, are you okay? And he's like, I just have like a lot of energy right now. I'm like, well, no crap. Like, you just slammed a 5-hour energy and we're in a car. I was like, you don't have anything to be expending energy on. But yeah, no, I was like, I would explode. I would explode if I had one of those. I'd get a migraine. I might puke. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Wait, what? Is what a mace? What I have in my hand? That was like mace. What? Yeah, there's the... I can walk around with a pickaxe in my hand. Oh, wait. No, that's... Okay. Oh wow, look at all those fossils. It's because I never harvested these fossils. Beep, beep, beep. Because I didn't care about them until this very moment. That's actually a bug net. Yeah, the thing that I've been carrying around. But if the pickaxe is better, I will try to make sure that I carry the pickaxe. I might flub up a little bit just when I'm like, I might mess up, but I will try to keep something a little more pleasing Yeah, no, it's a bug net. For the bugs. Okay. I keep finding so many bugs that I don't sell because they're useful. Like, of all the days for there to be like a crap ton of queen bees. I have 12. I have 12 queen bees right now. I could legit make a whole new colony like right now. Yes, just squish the bugs. So I also found out something very interesting. When Hubs and I get to Phoenix, we notice our hands start swelling up. And I'm like, normally that happens if I get really hot, but I was like, it's not hot here. Like, what's happening? So then we start looking at the elevation difference. And oh my gosh, I didn't realize the elevation was quite so different. Phoenix sits at about, what is it, like 1,098 feet above sea level. And where we're from, it's over a mile above sea level. Like, there was literally like 4,400 feet difference. I'm like, well, no wonder. So I Google it, and sure enough, elevation change like that can give you temporary edema. And I'm like, oh, that's lovely. So my hands hurt, and they're aching, and they're swelling because, yeah, no, I went from like super high elevation to all of a sudden super low elevation. That to me was crazy. I didn't realize there was such a huge difference. But yes, there is. And apparently it can affect you. It's like altitude sickness, but for low elevation. Okay. It's getting to be nighttime. I wonder if I put in an order and didn't pay the expedited shipping, if I actually had enough money for all of that. Excellent query. Oh my gosh, town is so far away. Yes. Phoenix, Arizona. Well, and it was funny because every time I've gone to Phoenix, it's been August. So it's been like 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I think the peak was like 113. So, me dying every time I go to Phoenix. This time, it was, I don't think it peaked over 70. And then it was raining. I'm like, why am I cold? So my brain's like freaking out. They're like, why is it cold? This is Phoenix. It's supposed to be hot. It's freezing. Why is it freezing? So yeah, I wore a Scooby-Doo jacket like the whole time I was there. Cause it's cold and it's raining. But it was really nice at one point. And everyone in Phoenix has their heaters on right now. I'm like, what? Like, where I'm from, 70, you're turning on the air conditioner. Everyone there is just like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. Everyone's walking around wearing these huge winter jackets. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is Phoenix. You're not supposed to be wearing jackets. So I had a wee bit of a mental block there. I'm like, but weather. But no. No. See, that's inhumane. That's too hot. Where I'm from, it's nice. We have winter. Like, winter is cold, like it should be. Summer is hot, like it should be. Spring and fall are, like, in between. Everyone dies because of allergies, but, I mean, it's nice weather. Like, no, that's not... Oh, water break. $128 degrees is where I get hospitalized. Because not doing that. Not putting up with that. excuse me for being in your way. Why are you staring at me? You make me uncomfortable. Quit staring at me. Oh my gosh, just give it. Yeah, no, it's just, it is too much. Yeah, where I'm from, average during the summer, it can get in the hundreds, but it's not often. Normally, and it's a dry heat. It really is. It's a freaking dry heat here. But it's not bad. Oh, dear Lord. Things have happened. Ah! Problems? Okay, that's T-Rex head. Okay, Terra body. Okay, T-Rex butt. Where's the head? This is like playing like memory match. I'm like, okay. Okay, we got a whole T-Rex. Triceratops. Where? Okay. Stegosaurus. Oh, Stegosaurus upper, Stegosaurus lower. Is there a Stegosaurus middle? Velociraptor. Velociraptor tail. What did I... Okay, Mammoth. Triceratops. Mosasaur. Triceratops. Parasaur? Plesiosaur. I saw... that matches. Plesiosaur head. Triceratops. Wait. Triceratops. Yes? Is there a Triceratops middle? Mammoth! Where's... There. Ah! Okay. Things are getting confusing. Too many things happening. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah, no. Audio's always been crazy like that, though. Yeah, no. In like 80-degree weather, I'm melting. I'm just like sitting there dying. I'm like, no, this is how I die. Okay, time for beasties. Oh my goodness. Good heavens. Wait, crap. That one didn't, that one didn't have a thing. Okay, that's a mosasaur. Okay, we'll do Triceratops first. Ah! Bad. I mean, it looks right. I'm assuming. Okay, now we'll do T-Rex. Oh, it's not centered. Just break it down. Oh, well, actually, how lovely. Look at that! T-Rex. Yeah, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, that's literally... that's... Well, I don't know, I can get into the negatives here, and it's honestly not bad sometimes. It really just depends on what region you're from, and how you deal with the temperature difference. Because where I'm from, literally, it was like 40 degrees the other day, and people were outside, like, in shorts. Like, some people are crazy. For me, that's like, if it's 40 degrees outside, depending on what the weather's been like the previous day, that's like light jacket weather. I have found a way to make the monies. I might actually be able to get this done. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. People are built different where I'm from. Because of the way that... I feel like just because of the way the weather is, some people are like super acclimated to cold weather, and other people not so much. Why do I feel like the mammoth should have a tail? That doesn't... Whoa, they forced me to go to sleep. I came back last night and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cold. Because even, we got back and it was like 40 something last night. And I'm like, you know, it's a little chilly. And I'm like, what am I even saying? Like, how dare I say that it's cold? Okay, Stegosaurus? Like, trying to have, like, comparable things next to each other. Stegosaurus! Like, also trying to make sure I haven't put up the same things. Okay. Okay, we did mammoth. Okay, mosasaur. Did we do triceratops? I think we did. Okay, this is right. This is left. Oh, wait, where was that? I was like, I just saw it. Okay, so this one is a set. Okay, this one's interesting. Okay, right. I think we got the rights and lefts confused. No, that works, that works. It's stormy. It was a dark and stormy night. Okay, and then this little guy. There's only a certain amount of fossils, so hopefully there's enough space upstairs. Okay, and then... Okay, so we got those ones. We did the Velociraptor, we did the Triceratops. Okay, Mosasaur. I don't think I had a Mosasaur lower. And then the Plesiosaur. I don't think we got that one. I'm just like trying to make sure I don't accidentally like sell it. Okay, the rest of the... Everything's spinning! Why is it spinning? Okay, let's put... we can actually kind of move this. No, because we're going to get another... Gosh dang it. Quit it, I only need one. There we go, and then did this one. Okay. One of these days, audio, we're just gonna have to tell everyone because I have secrets. I have secrets. I know things. I have knowledge. But yeah, certain. I love colder temperatures. Our secret. Which I'm pretty sure we've told at one point, but I'm not like 100%. Okay, let's just sell that. I'm pretty sure it's been said. Like, I'm 98% sure that it's been said, just nobody like picked up on it. Yes, Con. Con knows what's up. Alex, though, I feel like we've spent a lot more time talking to you, like, just by yourself versus on stream, so that might be part of it. Yes, Con, you can feel smug all you want. You are aware. Hi, Loki. Oh my gosh, why is there so much stuff? I don't want it. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think, like, the general knows it. I mean, we could just say. Oh, good lord. I know I need the slime. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, D&D secrets. Do you know how long one of the other characters and I sat there going around back and forth, like, alluding to things, not saying anything, trying to figure out, what does the other person know? Ooh, I think I actually have a potentially full mosasaur. I don't know which ones of these have middles. But yeah, no. We can go around for ages just like, are we talking about the same thing? Yes, no, or no, we're not talking about this, but maybe. It's part of the fun. I'm running out of space. Okay, this one like doesn't go all the way to the corner. That doesn't look right. It looks too small. I don't know which ones have uppers and which ones don't. And is that all of them? I'm pretty sure that's all of them. I don't know. It's not like there's a shortage of fossils. Yeah, that's been the funnest part, is like talking with each of the players and be like, so, like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Although, you know what I would really love? Audio, as the DM, I think you should open, like, a poll or, like, something. I want to see what people think of the characters in our campaign so far. Because we talk about our theories together and, like, kind of how we feel about our characters. So I'm curious as to what the community thinks of our characters. We're only like 3 sessions in, but you have made so much happen. I want to know. But also, I feel slightly like I might be hurt and offended. Oh, it's okay, Alex. There are plenty of secrets. We are women. There are plenty of secrets. But yeah, I want to know. Like, I want to know what the community thinks of the characters. Because a lot of time and dedication has gone into our characters and how we play them. And it's like, I want to know if I'm getting things right. If certain things I'm trying to convey are actually coming across. Well, and I mean, maybe not a poll, but like, just like, maybe a discussion. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, so maybe not a poll, but like something, like just a way for people to... That's why I'm like, maybe just like a discussion post or something? Oh no! Oh no, I'm not creating another character. I've been through too much. I'm pretty sure I got all the fossils. I'm like, pretty sure. Yeah, like, I'm curious, because I know, like I said, in the last one, and I did rewatch it last night. I rewatched session 3. I picked up on a lot more stuff the second time when I wasn't worried about dying. Like, when I wasn't worried about, just absolutely being massacred. I did pick up on a lot more things. But I did notice a lot of places where like my accent was slipping or, you know, certain things happened. I was like, ah, crap. Like I messed that up. Gosh dang it. But I've been enjoying the D&D session. No. You don't get to say that you were panicking. We literally thought we were going to die. My character literally just like... I'm crying because I thought we were going to just straight up die. I'm like, oh, this is it. We messed up. The lava's going to get us. Oh, no. Farewell. Oh, no. No. Oh, we're at this part. Okay, where should be? No, that's... What the frick? Oh, no. Do I honestly not get to know where she's at until I go and find her? How am I... This world is so much bigger! How am I supposed to find her? Oh, no. Well, that's going to be a challenge. Where do I even start? Where do I even start trying to find her? Okay, actually, you know what? No. We're going to order some stuff from here. We're going to get that done and ordered. And then we'll mess with it. Okay, so I put the fossils paintings. No. I don't know how to get paintings. Bitch. Small. Ish. Bug. Small bug display. Order. Okay, so I have 3 things. And paint. Where do I get paintings? Yeah, no. All of us just thought we were gonna die, so that was... Honestly, though, I keep telling you, the timing felt perfect. Because we were freaking out. If it had been like, oh... If there had been no sense of urgency... Honestly, it would have just kind of fallen flat. But, like, no, we were all panicking so much that it felt like that's how things were supposed to be going. Because we were just flipping out. We're like, we're gonna die! And then there's me getting in a fight with Yumino because I'm like, no! You can't just throw him over there in a bag. You don't know what's gonna happen to him. Ooh! A painting that is titled R. It's like pirate themed? I have 1 painting. Such a child. Okay. No, like, it felt fine. Because honestly, we were so frazzled. I don't think... None of us caught on to it. If that hadn't been, like... It felt... It felt good. It felt organic. Like, all of us were just flipping out. It's totally fine. You did a good job. Quit beating yourself up. My favorite manga keeps going on hiatus. It's been months now. If it comes off hiatus, then it goes back on hiatus in a few days. Or, no, it comes off hiatus and then goes back on hiatus a few days later. I don't even care anymore. I just want it to end. Oh, that's real. What am I missing here? 2 benches, a weather vane, and 2 pallet stacks. Well, I can get that done. That part! And then I'm like, I got shot in the face! Like, out of everything. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, do I have a scar now? Do I have a scar on my cheek? Because Balin cast like a healing spell on us. So do I, like, were we all healed, or like do I have a scar now? Honestly, like, yeah, no, it's like we were just being shot at and there was nothing we could do. We all thought it was great. Oh, like my magnifying glass? Frick yeah. Just a flesh wound. I don't know how it works because I think Cure Wounds, which I didn't cast, but Cure Wounds can actually, like, get rid of scars. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the whole thing lasted, what, like, the actual fighting itself, if you cancel out all of our talking and whatnot, because each round is, what, like 6 seconds? So it was, like, maybe 10 minutes. Okay, there are some things that I just straight up can't buy. You know what? Expedite. I want to get this done. And now, what? Wait. Might help if I open the package. With this little doodad, watch me go. I will make this work. You didn't make it sound like a paper cut. Watch. I now have it unlocked, which is freaking fantastic. I can just inspect everything. So yeah, I can literally just go around inspecting everything, and then once I have it inspected, I can buy it. Okay. The flower bed. The potted plant. Now I can just buy everything. Ha! A fountain! Stairs! I can buy stairs. Who has a weather vane? Does anybody have a weather vane on top of their house? I don't think so. That is a slight annoyance. Can I buy a Vorlin? That would have been so, like, how would you have saved him after that? Honestly, Lady Machiavelli, how would you have saved him after that? Oh no, we dropped him. Whatever shall we do? Okay, this is just gonna have to move down. That's fine. Honestly, now I'm just gonna have to buy more things to make it all symmetrical because I'm weird. See, and this side would end up being like the opposite, so we're just gonna like, the symmetry is ruined. Oh, it's gonna drive me absolutely nuts. I took 3 points of damage. Thank you very much. And actually, when... Okay, I'm not outing myself. Never mind. Never mind. I almost said something, but never mind. I'm just going... Oh, no. Give me my magnifying glass. A groovy credenza. Alrighty. Gale took quite a bit, because there was... I think he took 12 points of damage on another hit. Enough for a massive freak out, so... Now I'm just like looking up everything. I'm like, ooh, look at that. I'm like, I can get that and I can get that. Is this the mayor's house? Because if so, like, questions on how he's spending the town's money, because this is very nice furniture. There were a lot of things that I'm like, wait. I'm like, what's going on? I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future, because now I have a lot of questions. Questions that need to be answered. Oh, they're gonna make me pass out again. I don't wanna. They were pretty cool, but now I'm just like, now for backstory reasons, I'm terrified that I'm going to have to fight them. I have prepped, no freaking joke, about 32 different ways for Rosmila's backstory reveal to go. Yeah, about 32 on how to, like, fully / partially reveal her backstory. It's been a pain in the butt, because I don't know for sure what other characters are going to do. I don't know, like, what's going to happen in the session. I don't know. So now, I just have all these ideas and, like, potential ways it could go, because honestly, with as convoluted as her backstory is, it's really hard to get a handle on, like, the order of things and how it should go. And then it all depends on, like, her emotions and how she's feeling, and if somebody pisses her off, because that's gonna be interesting, because that'll also affect the reveal. So it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I just prepped all these ways. Darn barking baby. Can I sell the little bed? I get that they're like, oh, your pet can get you things, but they're I don't like the look of them. They're just kind of terrible. Okay, so yeah, I'm just so scared on what's going to happen. I just want to live. That in and of itself is a loaded sentence, but I just want to live. Is anybody else selling a painting? I need pictures. Oh, I forgot how much I love the pastels. And that just scares me even more, because now I know there's a bad ending and a good ending. No, I refuse. And there's reasons. But honestly, I will say, if there is a reason that we were specifically picked, like, I get, like, you know, oh, we're a group of people that randomly ended up here. But if we were hand-selected by some sort of deity in the story, like, I know, audio, that's just really messed up when you consider Rosmila's backstory. Like, that's fricked up. Is bad. I literally have access to one painting. Does anybody have a painting in their house? Can I yoink that? Like I said, if Rosmila was picked to go through this trial, like, actually, like, somebody handpicked her, that's just messed up because of her backstory. Like, whoever did that is just, like, a massive sadist, and just, no. Yeah, if she was, like, handpicked, that's just messed up. The poor little bean. I mean, I'm curious as to where the story is going, but also, like, nervous and heckin' nervous. Why does nobody believe in artwork in this village? Well, you know what? Rude. Because I keep giving you ideas, and you're scaring me. Yo, I might just buy, like, 2 copies of the same painting and just be like, it's a poor museum, okay? Whose house is this? This is probably... It's Maximilian's house. Of course it is. Does nobody have a painting? Like, honest to goodness. Patience, Rose. Patience. It'll all come through. It'll be fine. I am curious, though, how... Benches? A weather vane. Where can I get a weather vane and a pallet stack? Like, what? I don't know. Okay, let's move that. Yeah, how rude when I just give you all these ideas. I swear, every time I talk to you and tell you, like, a little bit more, you're just like, oh, you just gave me an idea. I'm like, quit getting ideas from what I'm telling you. No. I don't want to be undead. Doing that completely kind of goes against, and honestly, I think that would, like, break something in this world because of a specific thing in her backstory. Like, she can't. That would, like, literally, like, break things. That would be some massive loopholing that I don't think it would work very well. And then there's some epilogue stuff that I'm like, nah, can't be dead for that. You know, it's always been that way. Every time we talk about anything, all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, an idea. Back when we would talk about writing and stuff, like books, you'd be like, oh, you just gave me an idea on how to do this part of the story. Like, literally, we have been sounding boards for each other for, like, ages. I've always given you ideas. And it's sometimes they end up well, sometimes they not so much. Okay, bye! Bye. I'm probably gonna wrap up soon. I've just been talking. Talking. But I love talking about D&D. And honestly, talking about my vacation was pretty fun. I am glad to be home, though. Except for, I fell into my old habits when I came home because I ended up going to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, why? Why did I do that? As soon as I come home, I'm back to my old shenanigans. I'm like, it's like I never left. I need to quit doing things like that because I have to go back to work tomorrow and I'm tired. You guys are just so much fun to talk to. Ah, come on, I can't wait. I can't wait for the next session, and there are backstory things to be discussed. I just want to make people cry. Because literally, I haven't heard anybody's... Everyone has, like, pieces or themes sort of correct, but nobody has come, like, really even close to a good guess as to what's going on with Rosmila, at least. So that, I'm like, I want to know who's picking up on what. And it's like, do I need to start dropping some more hints? Or... Because honestly, it's all there. It's very, very subtle, but it's all there. I'm poor. I need the money. Honestly, fossils, like, once you get the machine, fossils are, like, the best way to make money. Because you saw it, like, each one sold, once you polish it, each one sold for, like, $200. Maybe that's what we should, maybe we should just go hunt fossils. Watch, now that I said that, I'm not going to find any. It's going to be like, oh, no, we don't exist. Fossil? Fossil? What's fossil? Yeah, there are things that need to be said. And I just want to know... I want so desperately to see people's reactions, because her backstory is lengthy and it was crafted with love. Except there's a lot of tragedy. So I want to see how people are going to react. Why is Andromeda singing me the song of her people? I don't need to hear that. She's a loud baby. I didn't miss that. I missed the dogs and, like, being around them, but I didn't miss her acting like an absolute terror. Ow! My everything cracked. Andromeda Isley, why are you being terrible? Yeah! Yeah! You! Yeah! You! Bark, bark, bark! Bark, bark, bark! Why must you sing me the song of your people? You don't need to. I promise. Bad deed. Bad deed. I love her, but she's a nuisance sometimes. So yeah. I'm excited for the next session. We need to figure out when it's going to be. I actually, while I was on vacation, I did talk to Lockery a bit, or Pockery, sorry. I did talk to Pockery, and I understand a bit more now, so. But hopefully he'll be down for some D&D sessions. It was funny going from talking with my husband's family, because they're like, oh, like, what did you guys get? And I'm like, you know, oh, I got this dice tower. And they're like, what? Like, what is that for? And it felt so awkward having to explain it, and, like, kind of embarrassing. Because I'm like, they think it's stupid. And, like, I'm all excited about it. Oh, speaking of, we had an interesting thing happen at the convention. So, when I was looking at the dice cases, I got really excited because she also, I guess the craft lady, she has two passions, D&D and Fallout. And I'm like, oh my gosh, besties. But I was looking up and I saw these, like, little earrings that were the shape of the Nuka-Cola caps, and I got all excited. I was like, oh! And so this guy walked by, and I kind of saw him, but then Hub started acting really weird, like he was, like, gonna go, like, talk to, like something had pissed him off, and he was gonna go talk to him. Well, I saw that this guy was carrying a particular bag, and I'm like, I don't know why I thought, like, maybe that was why Hubs wanted to talk to him. So I pulled him back. I was like, no, like, just, like, don't say anything. And, like, the guy walked away and kind of looked back at us, and Hubs started, like, walking towards him again. I was like, just, what are you doing? I'm like, stop. And later on, I found out I had gotten the situation completely wrong. What had happened was, when I saw the earrings, and I was like, oh, like, look at those! The guy had actually been mocking me behind my back, and my husband heard, but I didn't hear. So Hubs was gonna go confront the guy for being a jerk, and I, like, held him back. What is this? Was anybody else was slightly concerned that I just found like a hole in a tree. It's a big old tree. Like, where is this? That is a huge tree. Yeah, like when people don't know what D&D is, and then you're trying to like, they want to ask you about it, and then you're describing it, and they just give you this look like, oh, like, you do that? And I'm like, like, it makes me embarrassed to talk about, but it's like, I love D&D. It's just, I feel like there's still, like, a really big sort of stigma around it, because they're like, oh, like, you're just nerds. But I'm like, but it's fun. So yeah, that part was a bit awkward. So most of the time I just like didn't talk about it just because of like they don't really understand. And like that's fine. It's not for everyone, but I felt uncomfortable talking about it because I felt like I was being a little judged. So I'm just like, I'm just not gonna talk about it. And like what gets me, I struggle with enthusiasm as an emotion. Like, I don't get excited. I really don't. Like, it's been something that, like, my husband and I have talked about, because, you know, it bugs him, because, you know, if he gets me, like, a nice gift or something, like, sometimes, depending on what it is, like, I'll actually get excited. It's rare. It's rare that I actually show excitement. And so, if I had heard what that guy said, I probably would have gotten very depressed and would have kind of shut down a little bit because, like I said, I don't ever show enthusiasm. So when I do, if I had heard him mocking me, I would have just shut down and, like, kind of refused to get excited about anything else. Like, even if I felt it, I would, like, be determined not to show it just because it's like, oh, well, you know, somebody made fun of me for that. And I felt bad because, like I said, I was, like, pulling Hubs back. I'm like, no, just, like, don't say anything. And so he thought that I was just, like, kind of shrugging it off. And I was like, no, like, I thought it was a completely different thing. I didn't know why you were trying to talk to the guy. And he goes, no, like, he was straight up, like, mocking you. And I was like, oh. And then I felt sad after the fact. But I'm like, yeah, if I had heard it there, things would have been much worse. So he's like, if you had known what he did, would you have held me back? I was like, probably, but at least I would know, like, why you were trying to go after him. I'm like, oh, that's, yeah. So that was actually, like, really sweet of Hubs, because he knows that I struggle with enthusiasm, and he knew that I would have been upset. But I'm like, but why would people be mean like that? That's what I don't understand. Is I'm like, why would you feel the need to do that anyway? Because people are mean. People are rude. How rude. Yeah, it was just... And then, so later on, another thing is like, I don't give genuine smiles too often. Like, most of the time it's just like, kind of like, oh yeah, like, kind of a standard pleasantries sort of smile. But I guess his aunt had seen, Hubs' aunt had seen me, like, I think Hub said something stupid. And I just smiled and I looked at him. And so we were out at this, like, French bakery getting some snacks for the evening. And she looked at me. She's like, I just want to say something. And I'm like, oh gosh. Like, every time somebody says, I just want to say something, I'm like, oh, okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? But she actually, like, looked at me and she was just like, I just want to say, you have the most beautiful smile, and when you looked at him and your whole face just lit up, it was just one of the most beautiful things that I had ever seen. And, like, she starts crying, and then I start getting emotional and slightly awkward, because I'm like, oh, like, I didn't even realize it had happened, but, like, she's crying, and, like, he's looking at me like, oh, my aunt's crying. I'm just like, I'm like, awkward. But I'm like, thank you. that she like repeated it a couple times. I'm like, thank you. But yeah, I don't smile too often, but when she said that, I just like kind of melted. I was like, oh, like his family loves me. Overall, it was a good trip. Like I said, his family adores me. It was fun. But I think after I sell these bugs, I will probably be done for the day, because we still have to do laundry, because after we got home yesterday, we're like, we're not doing diddly squat. Yeah, I'm just like, what was the purpose of that guy, like, being mean? Like, there's no point to it. It didn't get him anything besides almost getting, you know, like, a smushed face, but, like, why would you feel the need to just ruin somebody's happiness? Because, like I said, had I known what happened, like, what was going on, it would have ruined my day. Like, it probably would have ruined the rest of my trip, because if I got, like, these are the type of people who, that's why I keep telling you, Con, just let me know if I'm talking too much. Let me know if I'm getting too much, because I have had people tell me that I am too much. Because I don't want anybody to get upset because I'm talking too much or I'm getting too excited. So, yeah, if I had known the rest of the trip, even if I was super excited for something, I would have, like, shut down and been like, oh, like, no, like, if somebody had been like, oh, do you want to go see that? No, I'm fine, like, you know, I would have denied, like, everything. But that's the thing, I've been told before, so it's just a natural instinct now to, like, to kind of shut myself down and to, like, cool things off to where I'm not, like, super excited. And you know, maybe that's why, because when I was a kid growing up, no one ever brought up, besides like one friend, nobody ever brought up the fact that I might be autistic. And so looking back, I did tend to hyperfixate on things, and I did tend to like talk a lot about certain things. So that's probably why people told me I was too much, and that is probably why I don't get excited anymore. Like, it's probably just been like worked out of me that I just don't show enthusiasm like that because it was trained out of me. Huh, I never thought of that. Interesting. But yeah, that's why I keep asking. But I will always ask. I will always ask if I'm being too much, or if I feel like I'm getting too amped up, I will pull back and be like, no, okay, we're done. Like, thank you for listening to me. I'm so sorry. You didn't have to listen to all that, but thank you for, like, not hating me. That it's always going to be the case. But maybe that's why I stream, so I can rant about anything I want. And then I'm not holding you guys here. You guys are not captive. Y'all can leave whenever you want. It's not a captive audience this time. But I think with that, certain things are not palatable to the masses. So that's why like I said, that's why I like pull back on things. I'm like, it's okay. Like I don't need to be like 90 or nothing all the time. It's need to like slow my roll. It's good. But anywho, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to stick around, I am going to do a raid on Audio's channel. So feel free to stick around. I'm going to do that real quick. To Twitch. To home. Or Stream Manager. Okay. So once again, I will be back later this afternoon with another episode of my Discord Members' Choice. I will post the poll. There are certain games on sale, so we might be getting a couple new games to the channel, just FYI. But let's get that going. Make sure to say hi, because she's amazing. She's doing Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. I love that game. That game's amazing. Like I said, be sure to tell her hi when we go over. And